You may have seen this in my recent videos. I built a 1x1 loot room, add a door, and when the door opens, all boxes are placed. This looks great, saves a lot of time, but it leaves newer players to figure out how to place those boxes. This video is a step-by-step guide on what happens between those cuts. Let's start with a 1x1 with a tool cupboard and starter items already placed. And let's extend this into a 2x1 to make this more realistic. First of all, I always tell you to clear out the room first. Most importantly, you need to pick up all the furnaces and sleeping bags, and furthermore you need to complement out your teammates. Should they be sleeping, too bad for them, they will have to take one for the team. The small boxes in contrast can remain for now. The reason for clearing out that room is that we will first place a triangle at half height as a makeshift shelf. However, that triangle won't place if those aforementioned objects are in the way. Since most likely this wall is a full wall, there is no socket to which this triangle floor tile could connect. Thus, walk outside of your base and to the back of this wall. Place a foundation, a half wall and a floor tile onto it. Currently, you can still place floor tiles through walls. If that does not work, check the description of the video first. I will write there if it was patched. If you don't find any info there and it does not work, you probably need to try placing it from different angles or double check that all items are placed out of the way. And should that placement through walls be patched one day, no worries. Simply run inside of the base. Now the triangle floor can be placed from here. Again, this requires the right angle, so keep moving around until the floor tile turns blue. And if even that does not work, it might be the tool cupboard. If the TC is not flush against the back wall and not far enough in this corner, it might be blocking the placement. That's bad luck, because it cannot be fixed unless you destroy the TC. To place the boxes, you will usually need space to move, which requires to pick up the door. In my videos, I usually use an admin command to just destroy the door with one tap to save time. In game, you need to properly pick it up. To do that, unlock the door and remove the lock. You can open this menu via long pressing the use button, by default E. Now open the door and long press the use button as well. You should now see the option to pick it up as well. Assuming that you still have those small boxes placed, let's place the upper boxes first. Jump onto the triangle. Equip a box and rotate it with the R key. It's important to align the box perfectly with the walls. To that end, clip the box into the wall and pull it back out. If both corners emerge from the wall at the same time, the box is perfectly aligned with the wall. Now turn and equip the second box. Push your avatar against the wall on the side. Make sure that you're not being pushed away by the wall frame. If you're close to the wall, it is just a matter of finding the right rotation. Now equip a small box. If you have objects such as furnaces in the other square, jump onto them to place the small box into the remaining space on this triangle. Now transfer the loot from the bottom small boxes into the upper boxes. Then pick the small boxes up. Crouch under the triangle and repeat the earlier steps. Again, align this box with the wall by clipping it into the wall. This box again can be placed by pushing your avatar against the side wall. And as before, try to fill this gap with a small box. This completes the box placement of that loot room. You just need to replace the door. If you followed my steps exactly, none of the boxes will prevent you from ever replacing a door. Furthermore, all boxes are very easy to access. To access the tool cupboard, crouch into this space. This is also the main reason why I did not place additional boxes on the ground, to make it easier to access the TC. Some people might ask why I no longer build more space-efficient loot rooms such as this one with 5 large and 2 small boxes. There are two main reasons. This loot room does not allow to replace the door easily, and while this is more of an inconvenience rather than a problem for advanced builders, it can be a major source of frustration for newer players. The second reason is that I find the other loot room much easier to access, in particular when playing with other people. Hard to access loot rooms can be a real stressor, which is not a good thing in an already sufficiently stressful and frustrating game such as Rust. I hope you appreciate this little guide. Pulling out those details into this tutorial allows me to keep each of my main videos 5 minutes shorter. Take care, Evil Wurst out.